a much better outcome than, in fact, most of the investor community had expected when it comes to the rights issue, given the performance of other rights issues during that period. And of course, also keeping in mind it was pretty much holiday season, and we know what happens during to the liquidity during that season. Did this performance exceed your expectations?
Thank you, Rene. Yes, it does. And I think we made adequate preparation for our rights issue. We had a very good and a very excellent team from KPLC, internal team, that comprised staff from finance, legal, and communications. Then we hired very good consultants in terms of the stockbrokers, in terms of the transaction advisor, the legal experts, and even those who were to do the analysis of the exercise, including, of course, the media consultants who did very well. And generally, we were definitely expecting that we would definitely achieve our target, but it's so good to know that we even exceeded the target. And I want to thank all those who were involved in the exercise, the internal teams and also the external consultants.
Joseph, what is the next move for KPLC now that you've raised adequate capital? And also just looking at the share price movements, it seems that most investors are of the view that it won't exceed too much from the 25 shillings a share. And of course, some say that it definitely won't breach that 19.5 shillings a share because of the optimism, but it might be stuck in a very tight trading range. Of course, it all expects on the next move by the company to start upgrading the grid, as you say. What is the next move in 2011?
Thank you, Rene. One is, of course, to ensure that we utilize those funds and start driving the benefits and the gains from the projects that have been put in line. And I want to say that we've already started the exercise. Quite a bit has been done in terms of identification of the need of the projects and then the design of the project. And what follows after that is the implementation of those projects. And we see ourselves very busy in the next 1 to 2 years undertaking those projects, which we will fund with the rights issue, plus other resources that we have already obtained from the World Bank and other multilateral lenders. So I see a situation where we'll be able to improve the infrastructure that we have in KPLC, and that, of course, will give an output of a more reliable and quality power supply to the economy. And considering that the economy itself has even shown signs of growth, it is very good news that we will be able to match the requirement of the economy with the improvement of the infrastructure in KPLC that will be able to give an output of that reliable and quality power supply.
We've also seen money flowing into the energy sector, and given the fact that there has been so much interest in KPLC, do you think that it is a vote of confidence from the investor community with regards to the prospects for growth in Kenya's energy sector? We know the government is talking about this master plan of talking about generating up to 7,000 megawatts of nuclear electricity, 5,000 megawatts of geothermal, and coal sitting at 4,000 megawatts as well.
Thank you, Rene. I think there is a lot of optimism, and there are very high expectations of the growth of the economy down here in Kenya, driven by various reforms that have already been realized. The first one, of course, is the change of the constitution. You are aware that we have a new constitution in this country. And the second one is the hyped up infrastructural growth. There is a lot of work going on in terms of electricity, load network, even water infrastructure in the entire country. And this, of course, gives a lot of promising economic development. And it also gives promising growth in terms of creation of additional jobs in the country. And you know, infrastructure is a very major driver of the economy, particularly when we talk about energy and the Vision 2030, which the government has already put in place. A lot of flagship projects in the Vision 2030 cannot be realized unless there is adequate electricity to drive those projects. So we see a situation where there is enough opportunity in terms of the economic development, and then an opportunity where KPLC and other energy sector players are ready to take on that opportunity. You will see, as you rightly put it, that we have a very ambitious least cost power development plan, which aims at achieving a lot of units in terms of generated electricity. And I have no doubt that considering we only have about 22% of our population connected to electricity, we have a very huge potential of energizing the rest of Kenyans. And I do see an opportunity that we have that ability. KPLC having a new balance sheet, which looks very clean and very appetizing to lenders, means that we'll be able to grow our infrastructure towards meeting those requirements of improved growth and also improved reliability and quality of power.